baby. Raising hell today, okay? Bring the juice today, brother. That's it.
You gonna be standing right next to me, man?
Let's go.
That's what we do now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's do our thing now.
Take off, kid. Take off, kid.
Run.
Far side of the chin. Step on to the 5. Head for the end zone.
What a play. What a play.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to us failing.
Derrick Henry was on my team, so I'm going to go Texans, I guess.
Yeah, he's on Tennessee, though.
Oh.
You tried. You went for it. I appreciate
Am I?
it. This is Up the Gut, live.
100%. Welcome to another episode of Up the Gut. I, of course, am your host, Matthew F. Ehlers, and with me, as always, is my co-host and Bills Mafia Don Patrick Kimmel, a.k.a. the Sour Boy. Although you're not very sour this week. You're not very sour. With your new Josh t-shirt.
And as always, if you can't hear us, let us know because we are back in Up the Gut Studio. See?
And we can hear us.
It looks like the Bayou. I missed it, so we brought it back.
And we can hear us, so we don't know if you can't.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome back to Up the Gut Live in Up the Gut Studios after a thrilling week of football.
It actually was pretty good.
And some not so thrilling football-related news.
Yeah, Mason Crosby.
that is, yeah. But we're glad to have you guys back. So we're going to get into everything like we usually do.
But before we get into anything, we did forget this a bunch in the Bayou, but our partner up here, you see the product. You've heard us write and rave about it. You see us drinking it because we stand behind it. It's Mall Energy. It's delicious and it works. Tell them.
Oh, it's so good. Back to having it every morning because we're out of the Bayou. So as you see, we have the whole collection, including the sour powder right in the middle.
That's right, for your best sour boy.
And it is still delicious. So in the description for this video, I did post our partner link because we are partnered with them.
That's right.
And if it's your first order, it does us no good. Doesn't matter. We still want you to get it. Why? Because it's that good.
Yeah, they send you the first tub free. All you gotta do is pay shipping. I got my free tub. Patrick got his free tub.
Yep.
And we both loved it. That's why we're behind them now.
And now we're just purchasing tubs.
That's right.
All
the
of
whole
them.
gambit. The one drawback I have out of all this is that the sour powder comes in the bag. So the bag is filled up to about down here. And it's got a scooper in it like the other tubs. So you have to get your fingies way in there to get your sour powder. That's my only gripe. Is that they should have put it in a tub instead of a bag.
We'll probably just save one of the canisters when it's all said and done and put our sour powder in there. So,
but other than that, it's so amazing.
If you need energy and you're tired of energy drinks, you're tired of wasting the money on energy drinks and soda, price effective wise, this is great. It's lasting, it's effective, gives you energy. In fact, I am not drinking Mall right now.
No, because you had yours earlier today.
I had mine earlier today, and if I drank it now, I wouldn't go to sleep until tomorrow, and I want to go to sleep. So I am actually drinking an alcoholic beverage out of my Mall cup because we're partners.
I am drinking Mall right now. I'm drinking this blue one. I didn't put the sour in it because I didn't feel like digging in the bag this time. But I have had the sour with both the Rip Harambe and the lime, and it's so good.
Rip Harambe is fruit punch, and for someone who does not like fruit punch, I put the sour in it, and it makes it all right. So, okay, now that we've covered business.
Now that business is handled.
Comment with us on your picks, how you did last week. We'll get to them.
Comment on anything, honestly, football related.
I mean, if you want to get non-football related, it depends on how far away you are. But comment anyway. We'll see if we answer it.
Yeah.
All right, well.
And real quick, you should subscribe to us because that's
yes.
how you get the notifications that we're coming.
And it's super easy.
That's 2 steps. And that video was in slow motion to show you how easy it was. It was still like a 5-second video.
It's that easy. So
subscribe, bell. That's it.
Well, you ready to get the show officially on the run?
All right, let's get into some not so breaking season news.
Oh, we have season news.
This is Up the Gut Not So Breaking News. News you may have already heard.
already heard.
And this is news you may have already heard, but if somehow you haven't, Jon Gruden is out as Raiders coach.
Oh, we're going to deep dive into that just a little bit. But first, there was some other breaking news. Not so breaking news. The Chiefs' defense is bleh, as Robert has said.
I feel like that's less of a surprise. Defense was never really what carried them to their championship status.
But you'll hear it here. I've been saying it since we played them. Which, if you haven't heard, the Buffalo Bills did beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Didn't just beat them. But what was the final? 42-20?
It's 38-20.
38-20.
18 points. Anyway, I'm not the type to rub it in because, I've been on the other side of that, and I don't want it. So, we did win. What
was surprising about that was that the Chiefs' offense was kind of blue.
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen Patrick Mahomes look like that, and they could say what they could say. Everybody has an off day.
Yeah.
Now, what I was going to say is, I think that Steve Spagnuolo will be gone before the off week, or their bye week, because then they got 2 weeks to install it. So watch after Tennessee, I think is your guys's. You got Washington next week, then Tennessee, and after that Tennessee, if it maintains this, especially if it maintains the way it's going, Steve Spagnuolo will be relieved of duties, and they will find some other way to get this thing going.
Yeah, but speaking of relieved of duties, Jon Gruden resigned.
Yeah,
head coach of the Raiders.
We were asked if we could do a deep dive a little bit. We're diving deep into the information, but just for a little bit. We're not going to go into all this because it starts crossing lines of all sorts of stuff, political, etc. That's not what I'm after. What I'm after is the hypocrisy of the NFL. So Jon Gruden resigned. We all know it was not a resignation. He had a meeting. NFL basically said, Mark Davis, is it Mark? I think it's Mark Davis. Yeah. Fire him or else. Don't know why they got on this whole kick, but he was fired because of words.
Yeah.
Now, I remember back in the day whenever you could say stuff. I don't agree with everything that he says, but darn it, he could say it. There's words. There used to be a time when it was sticks and stones. They may break your bones, but words aren't going to hurt you. But now words hurt everybody, and it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. The things he said weren't that bad, but even if you get aside from that, they're sitting there saying that he's homophobic, he's misogynistic, he hates women, he hates homosexuals. Well, you figure you'd like at least one of them.
You can't hate everybody.
I mean, maybe he's asexual. I don't know. He reproduces on it. Anyway, we won't get into that. But it's like they've never heard an NFL coach or a high school coach or a college coach speak before. When has coaching ever been PC? When have they ever said words that weren't offensive? Their whole point is to motivate you by insulting you, by saying everything they can under the sun to get you going. I've never heard so many bleeps as I've heard on the Hard Knocks. Do they bleep Hard Knocks, or do they say it? I can't even remember.
No, they bleep Hard Knocks.
I thought they bleeped it, and that's just ridiculous. But
they bleep everything in NFL films.
So they're upset about that. So I thought we'd dive a little into it. Here's the deep dive. What did Jon Gruden say?
I know he said a lot against the commissioner.
Yeah, like he said, sometime the content of the email written by Gruden and called him. Okay, just a kid's show, but we're going to go ahead and say what's been starred out here. You guys can read it. I'm sure you can infer what it is, but we're going to say it. This isn't flip that guy. We're not censoring ourselves. So this is just so you guys know what was said. But Gruden calling the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell a faggot and also a clueless anti-football pussy. My.
To be fair, he's not completely wrong.
No. But, again, those were just words. Okay, let's get a little more into it. In another email, Gruden referred to the openly gay Michael Sam as a queer. That's a little antiquated. I mean, I haven't really heard queer used very much anymore, but
it's making a comeback, but it's their word.
Still, it's just a word. I mean, isn't there a show called Queer as Folk or something like that?
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, unless that's like on the level with the N-word where they're allowed to say it. We're not. I don't know the rules anymore. I thought that's
what the Q stood for in LGBTQ.
That's what I thought too. But again, just words. Okay. And so because of emails along those lines using wording like that, and of course, I guess he had problems with women's being refs and getting into the game, and that's
kind of antiquated.
Yeah,
I'll give him a point for that.
I'm not a huge fan of the women refs, but I've seen one of them doing a pretty good job.
They're not any worse than the other refs. Let's be
no,
real.
that's true. I mean, I could get on about the refs for a while. So
they're not.
I mean, when it comes to refs, women are my least complaints right now. So
if you're gonna make terrible calls, at least be pretty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or be buff like Ed Hockley.
Yeah,
I love old Ed.
Okay, so because of those, Gruden had to release a statement saying he has resigned as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I love the Raiders and do not want to be a distraction. Thank you to all the players, coaches, staff, and fans of Raider Nation. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. And there was what we didn't get into, the DeMaurice Smith lips the size of Michelin tires, which he explained, which this is what I don't like, is I did see a quote, but he's saying that he lies. And he said the people that lie have rubber lips, and he had lips the size of Michelin tires. It wasn't a racial thing. It was a lying thing. But then he also called him dumb Morris Smith in the email, D-U-M-B Morris Smith. And then he come out later and said, I don't think he's dumb or lies. Like, that's just like, come on, stick with what you did.
Yeah.
You don't like the guy. You don't like the guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all that comes out. But what's our NFL halftime show this year, Ailers?
Oh, it's Dr. Dre, Eminem. I forgot the lady is going to be there.
Mary J. Blige?
Yes, Mary J.
Snoop,
and there's one more.
I don't know.
Whose name
Kanye?
escapes me. No, it's not Kanye.
I don't know.
Oh, I wish it's Kanye. That should be weird.
It would be. So, but they would never use language like that, would they? Or
Eminem.
that I'll still be able to break a motherfucking table over the back of a couple faggots and crack it in half. Only realized it was ironic. I was signed to Aftermath after the fact. Rap God. Marshall Mathers LP2 Eminem. That was not that long ago.
Way more recent than those emails.
Yeah. But he's still in the halftime show. And this is one of the more PG lyrics from Eminem.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to a lot of Eminem back in the day. It was all, homosexuals hating and calling stars faggots.
He's probably the person I've seen the closest to hating everybody.
And then if you want to get into it with Dre and Snoop, they would never call women hoes or bitches. They would never have misogynistic comments or disrespect women in their songs.
Who said women ain't nothing but hoes and tricks? Was that Snoop?
Maybe. I don't even know.
Here's the point. It is all based off words. Now, I'll lean a little bit more towards the NFL, but only a little bit. Were they mean words? Probably. Should you not talk about Roger Goodell's basically everyone's boss in the NFL. Should you talk about your boss like that in an email? No. But
he wasn't talking about his boss. He was working for ESPN at the time.
Oh, that's right.
He wasn't even employed by the NFL.
That's right. But Roger Goodell does get in his feels a lot, and he is the commissioner, so I think that's part of it. B, these emails are a decade old. C, they were personal emails he sent to his friend. The only reason they got dug up is because his friend was for the Washington, at the time, Redskins, now football team, and they were doing a deep dive into something with the Washington football team, and that's how those emails popped up. Then someone said, whoa.
And
then they dug deeper into Jon Gruden, and then that's how we got here today.
They're looking into the owner, Dan Snyder, for allegations.
The other guy, Bruce
Allen, is who the emails went to, but it's all come out in an investigation into Dan Snyder because he had to step down as the owner because of all this going on and all this they're investigating. But you know what hasn't come out?
What's that?
Anything against an NFL owner.
That's true.
Apparently, he's just peachy keen. It's just Jon Gruden's mean words. So basically, here at Up the Gut, our stance is
cancel culture.
Their
sucks.
words.
Yeah.
Chill.
That, again, they were personal emails that weren't meant to be read by one person, and they're a decade old. Some maybe even older. I think they were just looking to fire somebody. That's what cancel culture does. They'll go back far enough, find the one thing you said back in the day when everyone thought it was funny. It's not funny anymore, but you said it, so now you're fired.
They wanted to take the attention off of Dan Snyder, and unfortunately, that just brought even more attention to it because now everybody's like, well, okay, fine. That Gruden said that. Now what?
Yeah, so Gruden's out. Now the Raiders have an excuse to keep losing.
Gruden, you're welcome to come on Up the Gut.
Absolutely. I'll still talk to you. I don't care.
Oh, you could take his spot.
How dare you?
No, you couldn't do that. You'd have my spot.
No.
Oh.
How dare you?
You can sit in between us.
Actually, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Now that we got off the deep dive just a little bit and we called his name to his face.
Hashtag no more cancel culture.
Let's get into the less exciting stuff. Clyde's Edward-Helaire is now on IR.
Edwards-Helaire.
You can ask Matt. Whenever I saw that injury, I was very upset. I didn't want to see him.
Yeah.
Happy when I thought Kelsey was injured. Not so happy when I thought he was injured because Kelsey's a jerk.
I'm more on the lines of fan etiquette. I don't ever want to see anyone get hurt because then I feel like that puts negative energy out there to get my people hurt. And honestly, injuries happen enough in Green Bay. I don't need that.
That's true. Nah, I was very upset about that, and I hope he heals up fast and it wasn't that bad.
Edwards-Helaire is on IR. Gronk's going to miss his third game because of his busted up ribs. Russell Wilson, I get surgery on his hand. He's going to miss some time. Not exactly sure how. Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. T.Y. Hilton's coming back, though.
Juju Smith-Schuster's
out for the year. Yeah, Juju's out for the year.
Oh, my gosh. Who else do we got? I feel like there's more.
There's quite a bit more for the Colts. Rodrigo Blankenship, Darius Leonard, Xavier Rhodes, and Andrew Sendejo all didn't practice today.
Josh Norman's hurt. Is Josh Norman? Yeah, I think he was hurt. Yeah. Oh, and on the Jon Gruden lines, Tampa Bay, how dare you? Why would you take him out of your ring of honor? Those emails don't change what he did for you guys.
Yeah.
What, because Bruce Arians and Tom Brady won you Super Bowl, and now you forget about Jon Gruden? Josh does not agree.
So they forgot about Dre.
If you guys like this shirt, by the way, check out 26 Shirts. They do lots of good shirts, and all the proceeds go to charity.
Christian McCaffrey is 50-50 to come back to play against the Vikings, so maybe the Panthers will finally win their game.
Starley Sam Donald will do it. He just wants to start a fight. I'm not gonna bite though.
Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen both didn't practice.
Oh no, that's our fantasy teams.
Dalvin Cook was limited. Yeah, that's a lot of our fantasy teams. Tampa Bay's defense is busted up though. Devontae David, Antoine Whitfield Jr. will not play along with Gronk. JPP is questionable.
There was yeah. I feel like there's someone else, but yeah.
A lot of injuries. Tua came back in practice.
Ooh. It's not gonna help you guys. Sorry.
It's not. Sorry, Miami. You're a dumpster fire right now.
And I hoped you guys would be better. I thought you would be, but Fitzpatrick just clearly was your team.
I forgot his name. Oh my God, Aaron Donald, day to day with a knee injury.
Ooh, that's no good.
He still expects to play, but he's not 100% right.
Sammy Watkins, possible hamstring.
Yeah. Kyler Murray, right shoulder, is a limited participant in practice, but he was there. So.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Trayvon Diggs did not practice.
Ooh, our defensive player of the year
so far. I hope he's. I want to see, even though he plays for the Cowboys.
Oh goodness.
Sorry, my body had an involuntary reaction to saying that. Even though he plays for the Cowboys, I want to see Diggs get a pick every game. I want to see him have a 17-pick season.
I'm okay with that. He has been on.
I love what he's done so
far.
There's
a relation to Buffalo. I'll go with it.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Just one big resignation / firing, a bunch of injuries.
Injuries. Blake Bortles was trying out or got a try out for Seattle. Someone else got a tryout.
I feel like right now they should stick with Geno Smith.
A wide receiver, someone got a tryout somewhere. I can't remember where it was now.
I didn't see anything. But yeah, I would much rather stick with Geno after the way he played against the Rams than try to get Blake Bortles to learn that. You got to
remember they probably need someone behind Geno now, just in case. So I don't think that Blake is going to come in. I don't think that Cam Newton's going to come in and start by any means. I think it's Geno's team for a while. I don't think
Cam Newton's going to work anytime this season unless he's like
no, he's probably. I mean, he's probably going to want. Be like Kaepernick. He's going to want starter money.
Slinging popcorn in the stadium.
All right.
Be the fastest daggone snacks man to ever run through the seats.
Snacks.
Yeah, but that is the news for the week.
This is Up the Gut Not So Breaking News. News you may have already heard.
Hit with that.
Whew, that's a lot of injuries this week.
Yeah, and this will probably be the first week we won't do the video for our official quarterback of the of Up the Gut.
Oh yeah,
because
the NFL hit us
with a copyright claim.
Little us.
And it's because we show the video, but we are disputing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what comes of that. We may have to change it and find a way to do it. Otherwise, I'll get Fitzpatrick over here. We'll put him in a nondescript uniform and have him do something cool in my backyard.
Let's put him in an old NFL uniform that they don't have anymore, like Houston Oilers.
Or a Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or Baltimore Colts.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the old Cleveland Browns, which is basically the new Cleveland Browns.
So just don't forget #FitzProBowl. He is still our official quarterback, even though you will not see the video. So I will not have to look at copyright claim on our YouTube.
I'm more
again.
surprised at his for that one and not for the Alex Smith one.
We got hit for that one too. But we got hit for the song on that one. We didn't get hit for the NFL
how
for
did you hit
that
for the
one.
song on that one? I thought that was.
I thought so too, but apparently
Must
someone has copyrighted it since I started using it.
have changed their mind.
So everybody loves Alex Smith, but that's probably going to get retired too.
Oh, yes. They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we're not doing that. Just remember, #FitzProBowl. Enjoy it.
Everybody loves Alex Smith.
We're going to be getting into our picks. We're going to review our picks from last week and see how we did. I want to know how you guys did. Someone's got to be playing along at home.
I'll tell you how we did. We both went 12-4.
Did we?
We both went 12-4. So I'm
Better
still
than last week.
So I'm still 3 games back altogether because I can't gain any ground.
We keep swapping. We do 2 and 2 every time.
Yep. And everyone's telling me, oh, if you would have stuck with Green Bay, you could have gained a game. Like, yeah, well, Green Bay always struggles against Cincinnati.
And they struggled.
Honestly, this week wasn't any different.
Mm-hmm.
We were the first team to finally make a kick. That's how we won.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like I don't think there was a lot of wind because the one dude hit the flag and it was just
There
barely
wasn't
moving.
a lot of wind. It's just a lot of
barely moving, and he hit it. But he was a rookie kicker that was consistent, and Crosby was consistent.
Mason Crosby until Sunday.
Yeah, so that was a weird game to watch and very stressful to watch with him.
Oh yeah. I thought so many times it was over for us. After that third kick, I was like, we should just let them have the game. They've kind of earned it. But then they started missing kicks, so it's whatever. Yeah. They didn't want to win.
Dylan Garton went 12-4.
Nice.
Hey, you're right.
I promise you one of those losses is he picked the Broncos out of loyalty.
Oh, yeah. Poor Broncos. I don't remember who they played.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, poor Broncos. All right. So, anything major stick out? I don't think we really had any upset picks. So,
game of the week was the Chargers-Browns game for me.
Yeah, you say that, but scoring doesn't always make game of the week. It kind of, the rookie kicker did think that he won the game in Cincinnati.
He did think he won,
which is weird because the flag was clearly moving the outside. So he's like, maybe he just thought it was an extension of the poles. He's like, if you hit it, you win. It's like double the points if you hit it. And he did pick the Broncos.
Yeah, well, that's a loyalty pick.
I like loyalty picks. Don't let him change you because his disloyalty lost him a game.
I am loyal. I'm just also real.
Well, clearly not, because you know what? Every time you didn't pick Green Bay and I did, I won.
That is very true. I thought we were going to lose to the Niners also. I mean, again, we almost lost that game.
Almost. Doesn't count with horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's true. Like, if I'd have stuck with my gun, if I'd have stuck with loyalty in those 2 picks.
You'd only be 1 game behind.
I'd only be, no, because you also, I'd only be 1, probably 2. Either way, though, I can't help it. I know we're going to struggle. And when it comes to the struggling, it's hard to know if we're going to get the ball last and actually get the W or not.
Ooh, and I was talking with Tormented Gaming, who I thought would be here. I haven't seen from him in the comments yet. We talked quite a lot of football, quite a lot of Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
And how about that game? That may have been my game of the week because Lamar Jackson was not looking to run. He was looking to throw. And how many yards did he throw for? 442.
42. New franchise record. He is now the best thrower of the football.
Joe Flacco.
He's now the best thrower of the football that franchise has ever seen.
But we did say here, it would take the coaches not trying to run him all the time and have a throw-first mentality. He could be a good quarterback, and he has increased every week. 235, 285, 3 something, 442. I think there's one in there I'm missing, but every week it's increased.
So is he going to throw for 500 this week?
I sure hope not. I mean, I don't think I can play him in fantasy anymore. I mean, I lost my fantasies because of that reason alone.
Well, you can't play him in fantasy again until the playoffs if it happens.
I've played him, I think, in all my leagues, so I think we're good for a while.
Between him, I was up by 30-something in our league against the guys playing against. So he had Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. And the 2 of them together got like 96 points.
So the word on the street is we're just not too good at fantasy.
It's not that I'm not good. Again, going in, I was up I was up 35 with only 2 players for him left to play, but those 2 players alone went for almost 100.
Yeah, no, I was up in both my leagues considerable, 34
also,
points.
TJ Hawkinson, just be injured. You're already not practicing. Just be injured. I can't keep having you give me 3 points a week, bud.
And you people that keep stealing Bills players, stop it. I don't have Dawson Knox.
What?
That's your fault, Robert. All right. All right. Anything else you want to go over with last week's picks?
The Cardinals are still undefeated.
Yes. And you know what? It's we've been watching a lot and listening to a lot of stuff together, seeing a lot of stuff, and people like, oh, Cardinals 5-0. Who would have saw that coming?
And here's the thing: it's not that I didn't think they were going to be good. I said before the season started, the whole NFC West is going to be good.
Oh, I did too.
Easily the best division of
But
football.
I think one person picked them to be the best, and not just the NFC West, but in the NFC altogether.
You did.
And then someone else picked the San Francisco 49ers to be the worst in the NFC West.
You did.
Someone saw that coming. Now, and someone also said that they start off with Jimmy Garoppolo and then move to Trey Lance. I thought it'd be because of play and record, not injury. So,
yeah.
But they're both injured now. So,
yeah.
But at least they have the bye week.
Now, the Niners are getting hurt by injuries again. This time more on the offensive side than the defensive. So,
and you know, it's probably just all that perfect weather out there. They just can't handle it. They have to go to the beach.
What? 75 and sunshine. My ACL.
And if you guys notice, we have new opening video cards because why? Because we're home.
Yeah.
And we have this much time.
Yeah.
Just enough time to make those new cards. And we want to thank the guys over at the Taste Bud guys. They made us the overlays of the quotes.
Nice.
So if you haven't seen them, Taste Bud guys, those Taste Bud guys, search it on YouTube. I think they put out like 3 videos a week, maybe 4.
Something like that.
I watch all of them.
And if you watch them, keep reminding Lyle that Derrick Henry plays in Tennessee.
And every team.
And every other team.
I mean, with that cacophony of running backs in Houston, he could have been there.
Still not the word.
It is 100% the word.
It's not the word.
Hashtag cacophony. Tweeted at Up the Gut 1. Everybody, tweet at Up the Gut 1. So he has to read
Before
them.
you do that, look up the word cacophony and get the definition before you think, oh, yeah, cacophony running back. Sounds
It's
legit.
okay. We can do what we want, and we just did. Cacophony
No,
of running
words
backs.
words can get you fired.
Apparently, but they haven't get me fired because I'm running the show. You firing me? You replacing me with Jon Gruden?
I don't know. You might have to resign.
Try it. All right. Well, what time is it?
It's time to get these picks.
Go on.
We're gonna pick them.
Yeah,
We are going to
new
pick
card.
them.
All right, starting off, Bucks at Eagles for Thursday.
Give me Bucks. Tom Brady is the GOAT.
I got to write these on this random piece of paper, so give me a moment. Oh, and the pen's not working. There it goes. So Patrick has Tampa Bay.
What's your pick?
Something my gut is telling me that Justin Fields is going to have a good
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts day. Sorry, wrong young mobile quarterback. And there's 3 pieces missing that Bucks defense, which tells me that somehow Tampa Bay is going to pull it off, and it's going to make me hate Tom Brady even more.
Go
Tampa Bay. All right, next. Miami at Jacksonville.
And London.
That's right, in London, another super early game. Another reason for England to hate us, because these are the teams we send them every year to watch the NFL.
My gosh, this may be the toughest one for me.
Between the Jets and Falcons last week and Miami and Jacksonville this week, I'm surprised we still have.
Would Jacksonville be the upset pick here?
I mean, they're 0-5.
Give me Jacksonville. First win.
First win. You know what? I think so too. After what Miami gave us last week, granted, they played Tampa. But with what Miami gave us last week, I think Trevor Lawrence can actually beat that defense.
And if I'm not mistaken, Jacoby Brissett, I thought he got knocked out of the game. So if Tua's not ready to come back and Jacoby's working injured,
I don't even know who got left. All right. Kansas City at Washington. I'm going to take Washington in that one.
Whoa. Fitzpatrick's almost back.
Almost.
Give me Kansas City.
Yeah.
Bounce back game.
That's good. That's probably. I'm not gonna lie. I expect it to take me down a peg, but that's the upside I can see happening.
It's possible.
If the defense can get in a groove early and get Mahomes off his game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good defense, and then Heineke has been playing pretty well, so he's going to be working against probably the worst defense in the NFL. It's a very good possibility, but I have faith that the Kansas City will not go on the slide that they're on.
If Washington wins, they're not going to beat them by 18.
I didn't say it.
All right. The L.A. Rams at the Giants.
L.A. Rams or the Giants? Give me L.A. Rams.
Yeah.
No Aaron Donald. Sans Aaron Donald. I don't think it matters at this point.
No. The Giants are that. And Giants.
No Saquon.
That's an injury I forgot. Yeah. Saquon.
No Saquon. Probably no Daniel Jones either because he's still in that concussion protocol. He probably won't get out of it in a week.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's tough.
I think he was at practice today.
Yeah. We'll see. Possibly.
Well, yeah, we'll take the Rams. All right. Houston and Indy. Ooh, that's another tough one.
Houston and Indy?
At Indy.
Give me Indianapolis.
Chicken Indianapolis.
Yeah. I know why I didn't pick him against Baltimore, but they put up a fight. And really when it come down to it, it's because Xavier Rhodes kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
But Baltimore's a lot better team than Houston. Tyrod's still probably going to be out. So still the Davis Mills show.
You know what? Give me General Mills.
He's making a run at it, boys.
Give me General Mills. Because honestly, Houston didn't play terrible in their loss. They did end up losing, but they didn't play bad.
Yeah, both Indy and Houston gave up big leads in the beginning.
They did.
Too far.
But Houston,
one gave it up to an inferior team. One gave it up to a superior team. So
yeah. All right. So yeah, Indy, Houston. All right, Cincinnati at Detroit.
Cincinnati at Detroit. Well, Cincinnati.
Detroit's also 0-5.
I wanted to say we're going to get the winless teams to win this week, but I just don't think Detroit can do it. They're fighting hard. The coach, I forget his name, he's crying. He's all about biting kneecaps.
Sad.
He's not crying because he lost. He's crying because he really respects what the players are doing. So it shows that the players are trying, just haven't been getting it done. And they did get beat by a last-second field goal.
No.
But that was a division game. So give me Cincinnati.
Give me Cincinnati because Jamar Chase isn't running for Rookie of the Year. He's catching all the passes he didn't catch in the preseason.
Yeah, he's just storing up his hands.
Joe Burrow is back. His throat's fine.
You may not have to listen to him, though. For you.
But, yeah, no, that him and Jamar Chase have been, honestly, I don't want to say magic, but pretty darn good so far this year. Which helps because they played together in college, so they already had that rapport.
Yeah, it surprised me. I didn't expect it to.
So give me Cincinnati to win and give me another week of a weepy Detroit coach.
That's too bad. We like you, Detroit coach guy.
But
Wish I could remember your name.
But I don't like Detroit.
No, he doesn't. I don't mind you.
Well, they're my division. I have to hate them.
I know.
All right, Green Bay at Chicago, the oldest rivalry in football.
Oh,
with Justin Fields starting. This is where the upset
I want
happens.
you to go first.
I'm gonna take Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers plays well against the Bears.
Whenever he picks Green Bay, they lose, except for once. You're 50-50 on that. You picked him to win the first week.
Picked to win the first week.
Then you didn't pick him, and then you picked him, and then you didn't pick him. And then I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a game in there.
No, the only two times I've hit him to lose was the Niners and the Bengals.
2, 3, 4. This is week
5.
6, so we're missing one.
Missing one where they won. It was Detroit. I picked him against Detroit.
Okay. Give me Green Bay. I just
you don't trust Justin Fields?
Rookie quarterback. Just really, it's not even Justin Fields I'm looking at. I'm trusting that the defense will be able to disrupt Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams, and I'm just not trusting that enough. So I think that Aaron Rodgers will be able to get it done. Mason Crosby, you got to make the kicks though, man.
He can't have 2 weeks like that. All right. So we both pick Green Bay. All right. The Chargers at Baltimore. Ooh.
This is one that I thought about, and I talked to Tormented Gaming about.
This has Game of the Week vibes.
It does, and I had said, and Dylan is proud of you because you picked your Green Bay Packers loyalty.
I mean, the Bears, we don't struggle against the Bears like we do against Cincinnati.
That's weird too. Anyway, so this is going to be the first time I do not pick Baltimore.
You're picking the Chargers.
Because I think that the role the Chargers are on right now it's for real. It's not just a flash in the pan. And if it comes into a shootout like it did with Cleveland, I don't think that Lamar Jackson has it in to do that all the time. And the defense is a lot better. The reason he was so good and was able to throw 442 because they were still selling out for the run. Because whenever he would try to run, there's always someone there. So when you have that many people in the box and someone has to cover for a long period of time because you're not getting there,
Yep.
there's going to be people open. He's able to hit him. I don't think that having a Bosa, that the Chargers are going to have to spend as many people to hem him in. So I think that he won't throw for as many. If it's a shootout, Justin Herbert's been on, man. So we're gonna see a little crack in that armor this week. Sorry, I pick Baltimore every week. It's the first time I won't. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm willing to take a stab at this one.
Man,
I just taught forever.
I think no, but you covered a lot of points. I think you're right. I think the Chargers, with the way that offense is humming right now,
and the defense is better than what any is putting out there. So
well, it wasn't against Cleveland.
Yeah, in general.
But I think it's going to be a lot of points put in this game. And that's the kind of game that the Chargers are built to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the Chargers are going to take that one. All right. Minnesota at Carolina.
Ooh.
Darling Sam Darnold is going to do a thing.
No.
No? Taking Minnesota.
I am taking Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I just feel like Minnesota, they're just a better team. And Carolina's defense, they weren't doing what they're supposed to do. And darling Sam Darnold, he's struggling a little bit. He's on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go ahead and give this one to Minnesota. And darling Sam Darnold may still run for 2 and throw for 3, but Minnesota's going to win this one.
3 interceptions. I'm taking Minnesota.
Okay.
All right. Of course, then the McCaffrey will be back and run and catch for a combined $165, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
All right. Arizona at Cleveland. Your pocket quarterback going in at home with Baker Mayfield.
I don't think this one's going to be like it was with the Chargers.
Yeah.
And Arizona is showing some cracks, and they are showing some issues. And Cleveland has been good, but Cleveland's like always the bridesmaid, never the bride here. Like they chameleon with whatever team they're playing. They can do what they're doing. They can put up the points, but they just don't finish right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting that on Baker like some people are.
Yeah.
It's on the team. They did it with Kansas City. They did it this last week with the Chargers. I mean, they had an opportunity whenever that extra point was missed.
But the Chargers is more against their defense than anything. Because
they had a chance when they missed the extra point. That defense didn't even try to stop them.
San Diego's defense didn't score. That was all offensive production.
Yeah, I know. And they didn't turn it over. The offense didn't turn it over at all.
Yep.
So, give me Arizona. But I don't think Arizona is going to go undefeated by any means. So if there is a time they're going to lose one, it's a pretty good chance this is it with Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, Baker. They obviously could put up the points.
Baker,
and Arizona had a little bit of trouble this last game. So,
you know what? I'm going to take Cleveland. I think Cleveland can run their way to victory.
There's a really good chance that's going to happen.
I don't think, but if they're going to win, they're going to run it on the run game between Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I don't think Baker's going to throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns. I think the running game is going to have to do their job and keep your pocket quarterback out of your pocket and on the sideline.
Yeah.
And then,
but last time I didn't pick Arizona, I paid for it, and I said I wasn't going to do it again. So I'm still on that bandwagon, boys. All right.
Las Vegas at Denver. That could actually be a good game.
Whew, with all this turmoil, one of two things happens. They come out and play balls to the wall, or they crumble. If they crumble, it's all season. If it's balls to the wall, it's usually 1 or 2 games. So give me the Vegas to win this one because Denver isn't what they should be right now. They're kind of on their slide at the moment, but
give me touchdown Teddy.
Whoo! Man, something's happening this week, kids.
I think
something's happening.
I think that cookie is going to crumble. I think Denver's going to take advantage of it in Denver. Now, granted, they're not going to blow out Oakland. They're not going to blow out Vegas. It's still going to be a close one because Denver will Denver their way to a tight, suspense-filled game, but I think Denver will take it in the end.
Okay.
All right, Dallas at New England.
Dallas.
Dallas at New England. Taking Dallas. No ifs, ands, or
No,
buts.
no explanation. If you don't understand why I took Dallas, have you even been watching the show?
Yeah, they don't really have a lot of people on New England defense that can move to keep up with Dak if Dak needs to get going. Now, granted, Dak's not a running quarterback. What are you doing?
I'm flexing it, Andrew.
Stop flashing your man titties.
We have an audience.
But no, Dak. This is the best Dak we've ever seen ever.
It is. This is what I thought we would get last year when I picked him to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And then he got hurt.
Yep.
This is what he was going, and he started this way last year too. He was leading in the league for passing yards. They were good, but this is the most complete Cowboys team we've seen in a while with Diggs and Parsons on that defense doing what they do.
Yep.
With just the offense humming all together, with Zeke finally running, Pollard's a good switch him up. This is the best Dallas team we've seen. So it'll be a while. It'll take a pretty good team for me to pick against them at this point.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas too because as good as that defense played against Tampa Bay, this isn't Tampa Bay. It's maybe not as talented of an offense, but it's a lot more athletic of an offense than Tampa's got.
Yeah, but New England, they're not going to come back on this team like they did on
but
Houston.
I don't think their defense is going to stop that offense either.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to pick off Mac Jones twice.
No, I'm talking about the New England defense. Even though it's a Bill Belichick defense, good as they played against Tampa.
The only reason they played good against Tampa was because he's been plotting that thing for 2 years. I said that on this show. That's why the game before was horrible. That's why the game after was horrible. They spent all the time game planning for one game, and Tom Brady got it from the refs.
But no, I think Dak and Zeke are going to destroy that New England defense. Sorry, Vern. All right, Seattle.
Vern, we told you this would happen, though.
Probably he should know. Seattle at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yep.
Pittsburgh. But like a lot?
No. I just don't see that offense humming as like they do with Russell. And then on top of that, Pittsburgh, even without Juju, they're going to be able to sling it. That defense has been struggling. They have a running back in Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Good time to start Najee. So it's not going to be – it shouldn't be a blowout by any means because I just don't have that much faith in Pittsburgh. But I just have even less faith in a non-Russell Wilson Seattle.
Right. No, I'm going to take Pittsburgh too. But it's not going to be high scoring because high scoring is just what the Pittsburgh offense is built to do.
I haven't had bourbon in a while.
I noticed.
It's good.
That's because you've been on all your drugs.
Yeah. My knee injury, not completely gone, but I am not on pain medication or medication of any sort. So I thought I would enjoy my usual up the gut glass of, this is Old Forester 1920. Delicious.
And then we ended with a game that we could probably not watch, and we know what's going to happen. Buffalo at Tennessee.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Tennessee, even in the win against a very team last week, Tennessee has not played up to what I thought they were going to be.
I don't think in the last 2 games that Derrick Henry's ran on us, he got as many yards as he did in the one game last week.
Yeah.
We usually hem him up pretty good. Last year, I think he only ran for 65 yards against us.
That and Ryan Tannehill has really been letting me down.
And I think A.J. Brown might be back barely, but I don't know about Julio.
Julio might still miss this one.
Because A.J. Brown was in last week because he had fantasy points, but it was low. He didn't do much. So
he did.
Oh, and Tannehill's been sacked 20 times in 5 games, and Josh Allen's been sacked 5 times in 5 games.
That poor man.
And Gregory Rousseau, if he's not held 24/7, will get him at least once.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill is the most sacked quarterback in football. He's also my fantasy quarterback, so neat.
One of them.
Well, the other one's Jalen Hurts.
So we both got Buffalo there.
Of course. At this point, if you pick Tennessee, you're crazy, or you just know something we don't.
And it's going to happen. I mean, it could happen because last year they embarrassed us.
But they were playing better last year.
They were. And the thing is, though, is we hemmed up Henry, but it was one of those things. Like with Indy, we sold out to stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah. And
that allowed Tannehill to go crazy. I mean, he ran on us, and our defense is built better this year.
Yeah.
We can do both. We showed that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, but those are our picks.
all right. I guess we play that on the way out too because we got a new card.
We're gonna pick them.
All right, so we got our week 6 picks in. Hopefully, I'll finally gain some ground, and we'll make
He's
it
trying.
make it a little more competitive, or I'll be 6 games down by the end of this week.
He's making a run at it. So,
Matt, what's up?
what now?
Now it's time for the most negative segment of the show.
Flippin', dadgummit!
I kind of feel like our flipping flips might be the same, so I'm gonna let you start this one off.
Really?
Yep.
Do you know what mine is?
I got a feeling, but I don't want to say it out loud until you go to see
Okay.
if I'm right or not.
Mine's just straight up NFL officiating.
Oh, okay. I was wrong, but
NFL officiating. I mean, I watched the Chiefs game, Chiefs Bills, and I still think that Chiefs definitely. And there was bad calls both ways, but there's definitely more bad calls or no calls against the Bills than the Chiefs to help them, to benefit them. But I don't know so much if it's biased as if they're trying to, almost like the NFL said, hey, we need a more exciting product, so keep some of these drives going. It's almost like they're trying to put themselves into the game, and that's stupid. Do your damn job, call it fair, and be as not into it as you could possibly be. And if you're going to call holding for this, call holding for this. Sorry. Come on. Anyway, so NFL officiating, you guys, you are supposed to be invisible. You're only supposed to get there for the times whenever someone is doing something illegal to cheat. And you are not doing that. You are picking and choosing and making stuff up and throwing flags and trying to be the TV stars you're not supposed to be. So NFL officiating, all of you, equality, women, men, both of you.
Flippin', dadgummit!
I especially want to point out the one specific moment where I hated the officiating this week.
They said they lost sound.
Oh, no.
Okay. Nothing's changed on our side. Give me 1 second.
We're going to do a quick mic check here.
Mic check. Okay, still there.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, God, my hat's disappeared. Ah!
Your head is going bye-bye.
It is. You work with a green screen. You wear a green hat. It happens.
We lost sound, so I'm going to jump on here real quick and see if it's him or if it's everything.
Or if it's you work with a green screen. You wear a green hat. It happens.
Oh, no, still sound, so it might be you. Try your mute button. your sound. Got it back. Okay, we're back.
But anyway.
Mine was NFL officiating, flip those guys. Ailers.
Well, before I get into mine, I have one specific moment of the officiating where I really got mad.
Okay.
It wasn't during your game.
I didn't figure.
It was during the there's nothing super egregious. Mine is during the Colts-Ravens game.
Yes.
Where Lamar Jackson fumbled on the one. It was recovered by the Colts, and the Colts were returning it back. And the linebacker stumbled and pitched it backwards to his corner, who was running up behind him, and he caught the ball and then returned it for a touchdown. And the refs ruled it dead at that spot because they said that his backwards pitch was a forward pass. His backwards pitch was a forward pass.
But the Music City Miracle across the field going forward was not.
Yeah.
Idiots.
They robbed. Now, granted, the Colts still went down and scored with their offense on that drive anyway, but they robbed the defense of a touchdown. And defenses don't get touchdowns very often. Let the man have it. How could I ever do something like this and it be forward? That is impossible. No, like physics-wise, it's literally impossible.
Guess what, officiating? You get it again.
Flippin', dadgummit!
That wasn't even my flip that guy. I was just piggybacking on you a little bit.
How dare you? That's
I'm
mine.
sorry. Look, everybody's
Piggyback
mad.
off yours.
Everybody's mad at the officiating this year. Trust me.
I am going to not comment on yours.
Good.
No matter which player you mouth because of fantasy for no reason, even though.
I'm not mad at any fantasy players, although I still hope TJ Hawkins's kids turn out to not be his. Sorry, your face. No, my flip that guy is towards cancel culture. I hate cancel culture. I hate it a lot. I hate the fact that society today gets up all in their feels, and we can go back 10, 15 years to something someone said where it was cool back then. Everyone thought it was funny, but now it's wrong, and we got to fire someone for something they did 15 years ago in the past. Now, I get it if we maybe go into it and we find out, like Patrick, if we go back 15 years and find out maybe he killed a dude, I get it. That's a legit crime. But if we go back 15 years ago and I find out he called a family member of mine a pussy, I'm not going to try to get him fired for it today.
I probably did that.
I don't think you did. But even if you did, that's not something worth firing you over today.
Nope.
If he would have
It
called...
wouldn't have been available. If I said it right now, it's still not something you should fire me over. It's a word. Sorry, I told you I wouldn't, but I piggybacked.
but the point is, it'd be a lot more offensive now than it was 15 years ago when we were kids, basically. Well, young adults. We were still in our 20s 15 years ago.
Yeah. Drinking and partying. Yeah.
But if you go back that far to find something to fire someone over, you just want to get them fired. Stop being nosy. Stop being all up in your feelings and fucking grow up.
Flippin'. Dadgummit!
And Dylan, I don't know about the double punt. Like, I saw it. It made no sense to me. I felt like it should have been illegal. But you know what? I hope more teams start doing it.
They said technically it wasn't illegal because he did.
Oh, he was past the line. I mean, we all agree.
Oh, yeah,
with
he
that.
did.
They
He was
messed
past
that
the
up.
stairs.
Officiating is garbage. We know that.
But it's such a fun play. I think that's why I let that one go.
It is what it is. So,
and the Seahawks still lost. So,
all right. Well, I think we've reached the end. Unless you guys have something for us, I'm going to do my usual. Guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
You're watching now. You're watching later. You're watching. We appreciate it.
we don't care
If
when
you
watch.
haven't subscribed, it's super easy. Just like, subscribe.
2 clicks.
Hit that notification bell so you know what we're going on. So I don't have to keep sending you text every time. I think we have a good product.
Buy more.
I mean, obviously nobody in the world saw Arizona being good, but if you watched the show, you heard that we thought it. I did. He didn't. I did.
No, I knew they're going to be good, just not this good.
Yeah. So when they say, "Oh, who would have saw that coming?" We did.
Yeah.
And you would have too if you would have watched this show. If you would have thought, "Man, who would have thought Lamar could throw the ball if he wasn't running all the time?" If you would have just watched here, you would have thought, "Oh, San Francisco, maybe not as good as we thought they'd be." You heard it here.
Well, yeah.
We could go on for days.
I just want to put a quick asterisk on San Francisco. They're again being whooped by the injury bug, and that hurts teams all the time.
Yeah.
If they were fully healthy, I feel like they'd be a little better. Not 5-0, but better.
Yeah, but you would have heard that here.
Yeah.
Because that was said.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's not that we don't know what we're talking about. It just seems a little less professional because.
And our picks are not bad picks. Like
we went 4-4 last week.
We're right up there with the professionals.
Yeah.
You go to anywhere. I mean,
it's just because we have stuff to do outside of football. We don't have people to do the research for us. We don't have people to put the show together for us. All we got to do is plop down and talk for however long.
we watch football together and we read
have
Twitter, and that's best we can do.
He's
But
got
we
a
come up
job,
with
a
all
pregnant wife, and 4 kids. I got things.
this stuff.
Yeah, real life gets in the way.
So, but we're still able to put out the information that apparently nobody else saw coming.
Yeah.
So, not to toot our own horn too much, but I will ride that thing. Yeah. There it is. And we're going to try to get some of that, pull out some of the archive footage so you guys don't have to go through 90 hours of Up the Gut Live. We'll try to cut some of this out and show you guys. Yes, indeed, we did see this coming. Yes, indeed, you guys could follow our picks. You would have been 12-4 last week. Is that great? No, it is good.
12-4 is pretty good, actually.
It is good. It's not 9-7 like we did last week.
Yeah.
But that was a weird week.
Yeah.
So, and something else I think we're going to start doing is we're going to take our unanimous picks and we'll make a short video and post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you'll get the Up the Gut picks, but only if we both agree on it. Because if we both agree, it's probably going to happen.
Unless it's the Jets and Giants.
that one, we would have asterisked that anyway, because that one just who knows.
That was our 9-7 week.
Yeah. So that one is just and Willow and Ryan say hi, Matt.
Oh, hello. Those are 2 other tiny children.
I figured they were children.
Yeah. They could have been pets.
Because if they weren't children, why aren't you subscribed, Willow and Ryan?
Again, they could have been
children.
like dogs.
No. That'd be kind of weird, but I guess with you that's possible. Okay, so thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody. Tell if you know a football player, tell them they can come on the show. And if you're interested in coming on the show too, let us know. We can make shit happen. Or stuff.
Yeah, Dylan.
Children are watching.
You can be on the show from your house. As long as you have a camera and a microphone.
or a cell phone, which has both.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
And know how to do sideways.
Yeah, so spread the word, because
sideways.
that's how cameras grow.
Sideways. There,
People can't subscribe to a channel they've never heard of.
Yeah, and the best way to find out is for you to tell your friends, because if your friend come up to you and said, "Hey, Matt, I watched this football show and it was not only entertaining and had some of the best pre-videos I've ever seen in my life, but there was good information there."
Really?
You're going to watch that.
Yeah, at least check it out. At least.
But we appreciate you guys to tune in every week. We appreciate you if you don't tune in every week. We just appreciate you more if you did. So I'm going to get off here now. I'm just going to pass it over to Matt right here.
Sorry, it's time. Just say goodnight. Before you do that, before you go to bed tonight, before you pray or have that last drink or whatever it is you do to put yourself to sleep, if you could at least tell one person before you end your day about our show, tell your moms about us.